Kody and Robyn Brown's relationship has become the focal point of the long-running TLC reality series Sister Wives, as the couple now find themselves in what is effectively a monogamous marriage after the departure of Kody's other 3 wives. This shift has not only altered the dynamics within their family, but has also transformed the very premise of a show that began as a portrayal of modern polygamy. Once defined by its exploration of plural marriage, the series now chronicles the unraveling of that vision and the reluctant acceptance of a new reality. At the height of the Brown family's polygamous arrangement, Kody was married to 4 women: Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn. Together, they raised 18 children and presented their unconventional lifestyle to the public as an alternative model of family built on shared faith, companionship, and community. For years, the family navigated both internal challenges and external scrutiny, positioning themselves as advocates for the freedom to practice plural marriage. Yet over time, cracks began to form, and the unity that once defined the Browns slowly disintegrated. Christine Brown was the first to make a decisive break. In 2021, she publicly announced her separation from Kody, citing a lack of intimacy, emotional neglect, and the imbalance she felt in the relationship. Her departure marked a turning point not only for the family but also for the series, as it forced viewers to confront the reality behind the idealized image of plural marriage. Christine's decision to step away resonated with many fans who admired her courage and independence. She went on to rebuild her life outside of the plural family and has spoken openly about her newfound sense of freedom. Janelle Brown followed soon after, growing increasingly frustrated with Kody's inability to balance his relationships fairly. Years of tension culminated in her decision to live separately from him, effectively ending their marriage. Janelle's pragmatic and independent nature had long allowed her to navigate the complexities of the plural household, but in the end, she, too, found that the arrangement no longer served her happiness or emotional needs. Mary Brown's situation was the most complex, shaped by years of estrangement from Kody. Though she was his first wife, their marriage had grown distant and fraught with unresolved conflict. Mary endured years of speculation about whether she would remain in the family despite her increasingly marginal role. Eventually, she confirmed that their relationship had dissolved, leaving Kody and Robyn as the last couple standing. What remains is a dynamic that neither Kody nor Robyn originally envisioned. Robyn has been candid about her discomfort with being in a monogamous marriage, despite now being Kody's only wife. She has consistently expressed her belief in plural marriage and has said that she never wanted to be the sole focus of Kody's attention. For her, joining the family was about becoming part of a sisterhood, not about exclusivity. The departure of the other wives has left her grieving the loss of those relationships and feeling the weight of an arrangement that runs counter to her values. Kody, meanwhile, has also struggled with the transition. Having spent decades advocating for and practicing polygamy, he now finds himself in a marriage that mirrors the monogamous model he once distanced himself from. His public statements suggest a mix of frustration and resignation. On one hand, he acknowledges the collapse of his other marriages and the challenges that led to their breakdowns. On the other, he appears uncertain about whether monogamy with Robyn is a permanent state or a temporary chapter until he considers bringing another wife into the family. For viewers of Sister Wives, this reluctant shift has sparked intense debate. Some argue that the evolution of the Browns' relationships reflects the natural consequences of a lifestyle that struggles to sustain emotional balance among multiple partners. Others see the outcome as a personal failing on Kody's part, pointing to repeated accusations of favoritism toward Robyn as a factor that alienated his other wives. Robyn, often cast as the favored wife, has also faced criticism, though she has insisted that she never sought to drive a wedge between Kody and the others. The children within the Brown family have added another layer to the unfolding story. Many of them have grown into adulthood with their own perspectives on marriage, faith, and family. Some have distanced themselves from polygamy entirely, while others remain connected to aspects of the lifestyle. The dissolution of their parents' marriages has created tension at family events, with lingering feelings of betrayal, anger, and disappointment. As Kody and Robyn adjust to monogamy, their ability to maintain relationships with the broader family network remains an open question. From a television standpoint, the transformation of the Browns' marriage presents both challenges and opportunities. The original premise of Sister Wives was to demystify polygamy and showcase the struggles and joys of raising a family under such a system. Now, the narrative has shifted to document the aftermath of failed marriages and the reality of a reluctant monogamous couple. For some viewers, the drama of the breakdown has only heightened interest in the series, while others wonder whether the show can remain relevant without its defining feature of plural marriage. The reluctant acceptance of monogamy also raises broader cultural questions. For years, the Browns positioned themselves as representatives of an alternative family model, fighting legal battles and pushing for broader recognition of polygamous relationships. Their current reality, however, suggests a retreat from that public advocacy, as the family now resembles the mainstream model they once resisted. This shift highlights the difficulty of sustaining ideological commitments when personal relationships falter. For Robyn, the transition may be the most emotionally complex. She has spoken about the loneliness she feels without the other wives and the burden of being viewed as the central cause of the family's dissolution. Despite being Kody's only remaining partner, she does not appear to see monogamy as a victory or validation, but rather as an unwanted outcome. Her desire for sisterhood and shared responsibility has been replaced with isolation, leaving her to navigate a role she never sought. Kody's own reflections reveal a man caught between his ideals and his circumstances. He continues to defend the principles of plural marriage, but his actions suggest a man whose control over his family structure has eroded. His frustrations with his former wives, his struggles with his children, and his uncertainty about the future all point to a reluctant acceptance rather than a wholehearted embrace of monogamy. As the story continues to unfold, viewers will watch to see whether Kody and Robyn adapt successfully to their new arrangement or whether the desire to return to a plural lifestyle resurfaces. The show has long thrived on capturing the tension between ideals and reality, and this chapter may prove to be one of its most revealing. For now, what remains clear is that the Browns' journey has taken them far from where they began, and their story continues to challenge assumptions about marriage, commitment, and the evolving nature of family.